All right, folks, welcome back to Kings of Opinion, the last episode of 2025, which is episode 131. We got the Wanderer here. Say hello.
Hello, hope everyone had a good Christmas. Glad to be back with you.
I'm glad you're speaking of Christmas. So first off, before I get into my Ryan's rant, how was your Christmas?
It was good, yeah.
You had the kids over and everything like that?
Yeah, I had some family over.
Did you get a little rest, though? I know you've been saying that, they've been a little bit of a nuisance in the morning, and you got to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, no, I had some time off, so
Good.
I definitely got some rest. So
Good.
That was nice.
I'm glad to hear it. So here's my Ryan's rant for the last episode, and I know I haven't done
Last one of the year.
Last one of the year. Haven't done one in a couple weeks at least, but here it is. So my dad, right? I do my workouts at his house. He has a little gym in the basement, whatever.
Okay.
So he has a computer chair, and I bought it from him years ago. I don't know how long, doesn't matter. But he's taping it up and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, hey, Dad, maybe you should get a new chair for Christmas. He's like, yeah, I could use a new chair. So I'm like, okay, great. So I buy him a chair. Matter of fact, I didn't even buy him a chair. I bought a chair on behalf of my mother.
Okay.
Because it's a heavy thing, and with my injury, I'm not supposed to be lifting. But they brought it in, whatever.
Right.
I wrapped it, whatever, and then eventually brought it over. Mm-hmm. And he opens it up the day after Christmas, and he's like, "What the hell is this? I don't need this." I'm like, "You literally said you wanted a chair." I'm like, "You said it to me. It's not like it was secondhand. It's not like if he told you, and then he said, hey, Pugs, your dad wants a chair,
Right.
No, he literally said it to me, right? So then he wants me to return it. So I go through Amazon, because I got the chair on Amazon. It's a gaming chair, right? But it's good for back support, everything like that.
It's
which
comfortable, nice.
Plenty of padding, all this good stuff, lumbar support, reclines, all this. It even has a little, I don't want to call it a step stool, but I am because I don't know the difference. It comes out and you could watch TV and put your feet up, right?
Cool.
So dope chair. The chair was only $80. Nothing crazy. I bought the insurance, which made it close to $100, whatever. He wants me to return it. So I start the returning process with Amazon. They wanted me to pay almost half the price of the chair, $37 and change, to return it, to send it back.
Shipping?
Shipping.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this chair?
You might as well just keep it.
Right, but what am I going to do in this little ass apartment with a chair like that? I can't swivel it around anywhere. I don't have a computer room.
Yeah.
I barely have a second bedroom at this point, right? So I'm like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, because of my injury, I can't lift it into the attic and just store it for a later date.
Right.
So I'm like, this chair is going to be stuck in the middle of nowhere in the second bedroom for God knows how long, right? So Sunday, I go, me and my father had it out. He has since apologized, which is great.
That's good.
Perfect, yeah, because, it was not great after Christmas to be, yelling back and forth about a chair that he wanted and now doesn't want. But whatever, we get past it, right? He apologized, which I appreciated, so kudos to him because I can't remember the last time he apologized when he was wrong, so that's great. And now I have to deal with this chair. So I'm going back and forth with the third-party seller. They're like, we'll give you $30 to keep the chair. So now, mind you, the chair was $79.99. They're giving me $30. So now it's $49.99. But I don't want the chair. It's not like I live in a house and I can just throw it in a garage or a shed or even in a basement and be done with it.
Yeah.
I have no use for it.
Huh.
So I'm stuck. So now I'm at Brewhouse on Sunday watching the football games, which we'll get to in a few minutes. And I'm complaining about it. I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this chair? It's a big box. It's somewhat heavy. Obviously, you got to build it, and I have no need for it.
Right.
So someone overhears me. I don't know if you remember John and Phyllis.
Yeah.
John and Phyllis hear me. She's like, you have a chair? And I'm like, yes. She's like, let me see the chair. So I show her the chair. And she's like, well, take it. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, we'll buy it from you. I'm like, you don't have to buy it from me just because of the situation I have. I don't want you to just spend money just to whatever. She's like, no. We need a new chair for a computer room / kitchen. And I have a bad back as well and whatever. So I show her the chair.
Yeah.
She then takes the chair And then I go back and forth still with the seller because I'm like, maybe I could try and squeeze another $10 out of them and make it half the price. So then whatever, I could just sell it to them for $40 and I break even.
Yeah.
They come back with me literally Sunday night. I go back and forth with the people from Amazon, like the third-party seller.
Yeah.
And they give me $35. They said, that's the best we could do. I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. So I get a refund of $35 with taxes. So it was roughly like 38 and change. And then Phyllis and John bought the chair for $50. I actually, to be fair, made $2 or something like that, $2-3, which I didn't want to make anything.
Right.
But I told them they could just give me $40 because that's what the chair cost, but they gave me an extra $50, and then that was it. And then I got a call from Phyllis randomly yesterday.
Yeah.
And the only thing I was worried about was if they could build the chair and they would like the chair. And she called me and she said, John, it took him 3 hours to build the chair, but she loves the chair.
Oh, great.
So all things concerned.
Some assembly required, but well, good things take time, right?
Correct. Everything worked out. She loves the chair. They set it up. It's out of my car. It's out of my life.
Great.
The chair is great.
Found a new home.
Found a new home. They love it. So, yeah, that worked out. So, you would think that's where it would end, right? It doesn't end there.
Uh-oh.
So, my dad...
Now your dad wants the chair?
No, absolutely not. The chair scenario and everything is over with now.
Right.
But, there was a two-parter to him just returning the chair, me returning the chair for him. Then I bought him, I don't know if they're listening, whatever, or anyone ever knows, like, people have, like, villages in their houses now.
Yep.
My parents have a village.
Right.
So for the last 2 years, I've been scouting this one particular piece for my dad's village. Now, keep in mind, it's not the biggest village ever, but he's got like 40 houses lined up between the living room and his dining room. It's somewhat of a masterpiece for like not having like a full-blown like room where you can just do all this. Like it's on like the side near the windows and whatever, it like snakes around. He's got snow, he's got like, Christmas trees and this.
Quite the setup.
Quite the setup. He's even got, and I got it from him a few years ago, he's even got National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation House.
Oh, cool.
With the RV, with the Clark's car with the tree on top, with Clark connecting the cables for the lights.
Nice.
A whole setup that I got him a couple years ago. So with that being said, I got him something new this year. And I was like, it's perfect for the village. And it's by far his most expensive house or piece he's going to have.
All right.
And last year, I should have bought it, but I didn't because I got him a whole bunch of other gifts. So this year, I'm like, I'm going to get it no matter what the price is. I'm just going to wait, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you the price, but it was rather expensive.
Okay.
But in June, during the summer, I bought several figurines because it's like a display. It's got like a couple different figures, then the house, then a car, just like the Christmas Vacation one. That's why I brought it up. It's the Ghostbuster Firehouse.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And let me tell you, I opened it up. It's phenomenal. And I have Peter Venkman that got oozed from Slimer.
Yeah.
I have whoever it is, because they don't show you who it is, opening up the ghost...
The containment
unit? The containment unit. I got the Ghostbuster car, and I got Egon. And they have Ray, and they have Winston, but I felt like I'll get them the starter kit now.
Right.
Like a couple things.
Yeah.
And then next year, I'll add more to it, because they have Stay Puft. They have Sigourney Weaver's character. They have the two dogs. They have Slimer. And so I was like, I could buy him one or two every year, and then it completes the set after a couple of years.
Right.
My dad's like, return that too.
Oh, man. I thought he would have liked that, at least to go at his village.
And like, how could you not? And it's literally the most expensive house in his little neighborhood village. Most expensive.
Did he say why he didn't like it, or?
He just said, I don't have no room. And I'm like, and I specifically asked him last week before Christmas, I'm like, Dad, are you getting any more houses? He's like, yeah, I might, I'm like, you don't even have any more room. I literally tested him on this just in case before I
Test the waters.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I could move this around and I could get a house here and there. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I knew he could fit it.
Right.
And then he says, I have no room. And it drove me, between that and the chair, it drove me bananas.
Oh, man.
December 26th.
Yeah.
So now I have
That.
that here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I was like, I already made out good with the chair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could sell this thing.
I guess hey, someday go to the bar and say, see if anybody is looking for one.
And here's the thing. I've been hawking this thing in my Amazon cart for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And not only does this thing go up and down in price, like a lot, like it's been as high as $170 something, wow, and as low as 118, which I wish I would have bought that last year. Mm-hmm. My price is somewhere in the middle, and then you got to count shipping and all that stuff. Yeah. I got a discount on it because it did come slightly damaged, so the people took care of me, gave me a nice discount, so it was a little bit less, and it worked out. So I don't know if I could return. I'm pretty sure I could return the house, the firehouse. Mm-hmm. But the other ones, the figurines and the car, I can't return them because I bought them on sale during the summer.
Oh.
So like I'm stuck. So what I'm thinking of doing, and let me know if I should do this or if you have a better idea, obviously. I'm just going to keep it myself. And then when I have a house, I'm going to start my village, and the first piece is going to be the Ghostbusters house.
It's a nice start.
And I'll build off that. I was either going to do that or give it to my sister because she has a smaller village. She has a house. Mm-hmm. She has a small village. Maybe she wants it. Because I asked her if she could sell it on eBay. But right now, no one's buying things on eBay for some reason.
Right.
So I'm like, maybe I just keep it myself and that's it. It's a gift to me. Who knows?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
A little frustration there.
Mm-hmm. That's my rant.
Okay.
It's over.
Well, that's it for the year, I guess.
That's it. That's the last one for the year. We're done.
The grievances are aired.
Yep. So with that being said, we move along to football. And before we actually get into the slate of games this past weekend, including Christmas and, to Monday, I messed up. So I was in fantasy.
Okay.
I was in...
Is this the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was the championship, but not for me. I was already eliminated, so I didn't set my lineup.
Oh.
And I didn't know that I could get third place money.
Oh, no.
I know. So after Thursday, Saturday, Sunday slate of games, my commissioner sends a text and we're like, unless something crazy happens, the guy I was going against is going to win third place and win $150. And I'm like, wait a minute. I look at my thing and I'm like, oh my God, I'm playing for third place. I didn't even realize. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I can't even. So I had Theo Johnson in my tight end. He was out for the game. So I lost points there. That's probably the only thing I could have changed because everything else would have probably stayed the same because my bench was just so weak. The only thing I could have changed is the tight end spot.
I see.
I did not. Then it comes into the Monday night game, which is what we're kind of like reviewing right now on NFL Live with the Rams Falcons game. And I picked the Falcons in my betting pool.
Oh, wow. That's a bold pick.
Well, I had to do that to try and win for the week. And I did, but then I didn't win for the week because a couple other people did it. And the tiebreaker was the score. So I had to pick the score. So I picked 45, someone picked 50, and I think that it was like 51 or 52, whatever it was. So I lost that. But then, oddly enough, I had Bijan Robinson and Kyrie Williams set to play that game. And wouldn't you know it, they pulled it out for me, and I won third place without setting my lineup because Bijan Robinson had a hell of a game. He had like 200-yard rushing and like 30-something yards receiving on 5 catches and a touchdown. He scored 2 touchdowns, one 93-yard rushing touchdown. So I wind up squeaking out, and by squeaking out, it's not even close. I won 141 to 131, and I wound up winning third place and winning $150.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, this is great. So I made a mistake. I didn't pay attention to the rules, and I still wound up winning third place and winning a couple bucks. So I free rolled that particular fantasy football season, and it worked out for me.
There you go.
So now let's get to the games. Did you watch football during Christmas, or was it too busy at the Wanderer household?
I did watch a little bit. I saw Dallas was pretty much in control for most of that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first game?
Yeah, that was the 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever game it was.
And then next up was Detroit and Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I mean, not the most I kind of thought it would be a better game.
Me too.
Not really a great offensive display on both sides. And then
Well, before we get to the late game,
Yeah.
this Lion Viking game was an elimination game for playoffs. So
Yeah.
if the Lions didn't win,
which they didn't.
exactly,
So
they're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it just looked like Goff was lost back there, right? I don't know how many interceptions he had or fumbles, but he was just a mess. This was the one game I watched a lot of.
Yeah.
Because Christmas Day, like in the beginning, I was running around a little bit, so that midday game at 4:30 was the game I watched.
Mm-hmm.
And the Vikings have played spoiler to a few teams in the last couple of weeks. They've knocked out a lot of teams from playoff contention.
Yeah.
And kudos to them. Like, they didn't look great either, but they scored 23 points and they held the Lions to 10, which was enough for them to win.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't I guess a bit of regression for Detroit, who is a team that's been rising up in the NFC for the last few years.
Yep.
They're one of the top teams. I would say the last few years, but didn't work out this year.
No.
Even though they had pretty good offense. Gibbs had a great year.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't get it done.
They did not. And it's a shame because I really wanted to see the Lions in the playoffs. And now, because of that loss, the Packers were automatically in. And we'll get to some scenarios in a little bit. I don't know all of them, but we'll just shoot down the line. So that night game was the Broncos-Chiefs game, and that was another boring game. I don't know if you watched that, but
I did not.
That game was, for the first, 3 quarters, was pure defense, very boring, whatever. And then
The Broncos won.
the Broncos won late.
So are they the 1 seed now?
I don't know. I still think there's a chance for somebody else.
Patriots.
Yeah, because they pummeled the Jets
Right.
on Sunday. So I don't know if the scenarios are all set yet.
Okay.
So then you had the Saturday game. So this was a cool weekend, and I think we talked about this right before we started. They had 3 Thursday games, 2 Saturday games, and then the only thing that was left to be desired was the 4 o'clocks on Sunday. There was only 2 games. So Saturday you had the Texans-Chargers, and the Texans beat the Chargers 20-16.
Pretty good game too. Although low scoring, it was competitive.
Correct.
Close the whole way.
Correct. Very competitive. Great game to watch on a Saturday afternoon if you weren't doing anything. And then you skip over to the night game, which is where you had the Ravens-Packers. And if the Packers won this game, they'd be able to fight the Bears for the division. Unfortunately for them, they also didn't show up. And the Ravens crushed them 41-24. And now I think they're going to get the 6th or 7th seed in the playoffs. I did watch this game as well. Not all of it, but it just looked like the Packers were overmatched. And they were at home. And the weird thing about this all of a sudden, and it's been the last couple of years, is the Packers aren't lights out at home anymore. Lambeau Field used to be one of those, almost like in Seattle, they had the 12-man kind of thing, and they're tough at home. Packers have lost a bunch of games this year at home to some weird, not weird teams, but just teams that
Games you would think that they would win.
Yeah, I thought they'd win this game and they didn't. And the Ravens just,
especially after last week, blowing it late against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe they would have come out a little more fired up.
Yeah, and they just didn't. It was very disappointing. Sucks for them, but whatever. So you move on to the Sunday slate. A ton of 1 o'clock games. You had the Seahawks, Panthers, Cardinals, Bengals, Steelers, Browns, Jaguars, Colts, and Buccaneers, Dolphins, and there's so many. Then you had the Patriots, Jets, and Saints, Titans. Now, a lot of these games had no meaning to them.
Well, the Panthers and the Bucks, all one of them had to do was win.
Correct.
But
Correct.
Neither got it done, so I guess it will be decided this weekend.
Right. So that's one of the things that are going to be decided in Week 18, right? So like the Panthers were playing at home. The Panthers are normally really strong at home, and they were. Like the first half was like a dogfight. It was really close,
Right.
but then the second half, I don't know what it is with Seattle, but like, you know,
it was like 3-0 or something like that.
Yeah, like Darnold just comes out, and they wind up winning that game 27-10, and now, you know, the Panthers division is up for grabs in the last week, and which makes it even weirder is it could be a 3-way tie because the Falcons won.
I did see that, yeah.
Against the Rams on Monday night. So like depending on the scenario, you could have one of those three teams make the playoffs.
Right.
I think the Panthers do hold the tiebreaker though. So
yes, I think you're correct in that. I think I saw that Sunday.
Yeah, and as of right now, like they have one game. They're 8-8, and Tampa's 7-9, and Atlanta's 7-9. So I think Atlanta's not. Oh, actually, here it says Atlanta's actually eliminated. They got an X by them.
Huh.
Yeah, team eliminated. So they can't even do anything. They might just be able to spoil something. But other than that, so it's.
And then I guess with the, the Ravens winning, obviously, against the Packers and Pittsburgh losing, now that's to be decided.
Also up for grabs, right? So you Pittsburgh is 9-7, Baltimore's 8-8. So whoever Pittsburgh wins that game, obviously they get the division.
Right.
They're the 4th seed.
But if they
don't, Baltimore, I think, jumps them. I guess they have the tiebreaker.
If they win, yeah.
Right, if they win. So crazy. So New England, I'm looking here because I got all these different little statues. New England clinches the division.
I actually saw something funny too. How I guess the Ravens account was thanking the Browns, and the Browns account said we didn't do it for you. Obviously, the Ravens used to be the Browns until they left town.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Long time ago. So you got New England at 13-3, and Denver at 13-3. So if either one of those teams win and the other one loses, they would get the first round bye and clinch the number 1 seed. But it's interesting because Jacksonville is 12-4. So if they win and those two teams lose, I don't know who would be who would get the first round bye. I'm sure there's a strength of schedule or the conference or whatever, but I haven't had a chance to look at how that's going to work. Right now I'm looking at the conference. New England's 8-3. Jacksonville on the conference is 9-2. So if they go off conference, Jacksonville has the tiebreaker for that. And then Denver is also 8-3 in the conference. So I don't know which they use to decide if they're all tied who gets the first round bye, but I'm sure we'll find out after this weekend. But yeah, there's a few games next week that are important now because of some of these losses. We already talked about the Steelers-Browns. The Browns, for some reason, won 13-6. I watched that game. That game was as boring as it can be. It felt like the Steelers need a little DK Metcalf on the field.
Oh yeah, it was a
big loss.
Blow for them, man.
Oh yeah, very very big loss for him getting suspended. For hitting a fan, you got to control yourself. What are you gonna do? But whatever. Yeah. Then the Bucs lost to the Dolphins out of all teams. Listen, the Dolphins aren't the worst team. Obviously, I think they have 7 wins. So, it's not. They're not terrible. Yeah, they're 7-9. They're not terrible, but at the same time, you're the Bucs. You've had a really bad second half of the season. You got to win that game. Right. And even though it's in Miami, you know what I mean? It's nice in Miami. You're playing Tampa. It's not much far of a difference. Your fans travel, whatever.
Right.
You should win that game. not even gonna talk about the Patriots beating the Jets. Besides the fact that I think the coach
That got
Vrabel.
ugly early.
Oh yeah, I mean they were up like 20 something to like nothing in the first quarter. I think it was 21-0 in the first quarter. But you could tell Vrabel. It makes me feel happy that Vrabel really wanted to stick it to the Jets because I wanted him as the Jets head coach, but I guess because the Patriots needed a head coach, he was really never going to come to the Jets. So he confirmed that this Sunday, where he literally just, put his foot to our throat and just demolished us. So whatever. Then you had the Saints Titans, 34-26. Not much to say there. Neither team is even close to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then you had the 4:00 games. You had the Eagles Bills in Buffalo.
Pretty good game.
Pretty good game, yes. The game wound up being 13-12, and Josh Allen did what he did and did a comeback late. But then when it came for a 2-point conversion, he, threw far left of his receiver who was wide open.
The guy was open, yeah.
Wide open. And they lost the game. If he just throws the ball to the receiver, they win that game. And listen, it's not going to matter that much because they weren't going to make the division anyway. I mean, if they would have won that game, they'd be a game behind the Patriots with the last week to go. But, they lost. And I thought this would have been more of a high-scoring game. The fact that it was only 13-12, Jalen Hurts didn't do much. Josh Allen didn't do much. James Cook didn't do much. I had all these different bets going in. I thought this would have been a high-scoring game. It was not. And it screwed me. I think one of the games of the week, I hope you saw this game, was the Sunday night game, Bears 49ers.
I did not, but I mean, that was probably, the matchup of the week for sure.
Do you want to guess what happened at the end of the game?
I don't know.
Think about who was playing.
I mean, I know the result, but I did not watch any of the game. But did the Bears have a chance or something?
The Bears almost did what they've been doing all year and almost came back. And I don't want to talk nothing more about this game besides the last minute and a half. But there were several times that they were 3rd and long. Even I think there was one or two where it was 4th down and whatever.
And they
got
got it.
it. And then it came down to one last play. I think they were on the 3-yard line. Wow. So they were about to punch it in. Caleb Williams rolls out. The 49ers' whole defensive line is rushing at him.
Yeah.
He's dodging tackles left and right.
Yeah.
And he had no one to throw to. He threw to somebody, and he just, not even a pick. Oh. He just threw it into the ground, right in front of him, and the game was over. But that game made me think the Bears are a scary team in the playoffs. Dude, scary. They put up 38 points against the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, they've been a great offense all year.
And they showed, again, more comebacks. This game went back and forth. So, I don't know who scored first, but whoever scored first, the other team scored. And they went back and forth the whole game. The only difference is at the tail end of the game, the Bears wound up kicking a field goal to make it 35. And then the 49ers scored the touchdown.
I see.
That was the big difference in that game. We talked about the Rams-Falcons. Falcons upset the Rams 27-24. Bijan got me my 3rd place finish and gave me a couple bucks in my pocket, which was great. So just to recap all this football nonsense, the big games that I can recall right now is Bucks-Panthers for the division. Pittsburgh-Ravens for the division. Is there one more? I thought there was one more.
Not sure.
Yeah. Well, you had the Giants-Raiders for this week. That was the bum 4:00 game.
Oh, right.
Winner gets the first round pick for the draft, the number 1 pick for the draft. That happened this week, but that still continues next week, even though I think the Raiders phoned it in already and they're going to, just lose next week anyway. So the Raiders, congratulations with your number 1 pick this year. I don't know why the Giants thought they should win this game, but whatever. As of right now, the Jets have the number 3 pick, which I guess is good. But yeah, going into next week, there might be a couple things up for grab for the number 1 seed. 49ers, Seahawks
Oh, for the 2 seed?
For the 1
Oh,
seed.
for the 1 seed
For the division and the 1 seed. So whoever wins that game next week
is the 1 seed.
is the 1 seed.
Gets the bye.
Against the division and the bye. So that's important. And that's a Saturday game at 8 o'clock.
Prime time.
Yeah, man. And you know what's even funnier? The 4 o'clock game on Saturday is Carolina-Tampa Bay. So by Saturday night, late Saturday night, you're going to know 2 division winners right then and there. I think Indy was eliminated, so Indy-Houston doesn't really matter. That game is important, Indy versus Houston, because if Houston wins and Jacksonville loses, they might be tied for the division.
Some meaningful football in week 18.
Yeah, there's a lot of meaningful games. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
17, rather. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Philly, I don't think that matters. That doesn't matter. Rams doesn't matter now.
It is week 18.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's week 18.
The
Denver game might matter because Denver and is fighting for the number 1 seed with New England. So then New England Miami game at 4:25 matters. Denver Chargers game at 4:25 matters. That might be it. I don't know if there's any more seedings. But yeah, the Sunday night game, because there's no Monday night game, is the Ravens-Steelers. So that will determine, that's the last game of the week. That will determine the last division winner. And then we'll see what shakes out for the playoffs right after that. And then it's all playoff football from here on out. And we're getting ready for the Super Bowl.
To wild card weekend.
That's right. Which is your favorite time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as far as that goes, no baseball.
Oh, I did see something.
Did you?
I don't know if you.
There's a chance.
If you read anything about this, I noticed when I picked up the paper this morning, it had something about Joe Burrow and the local teams. Did you read it or anything?
No, tell me about it.
No, I guess they're just saying that he's going to be available and that the Jets and the Giants should pursue him. I was surprised that they had the Giants in there because I thought, with Dart they have a guy right now.
Well, I guess your thought is if Joe Burrow's on the market and you could get him,
right?
You get him. My reservation about that and why I'm not so excited about it is very simple. I feel like if Joe Burrow wanted to get traded, and correct me if I'm wrong or not, but I don't know if he'd want to go to a similar franchise that the Bengals are. Like, at least the Bengals a couple years ago went to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, the Jets and Giants have gone nowhere in the last bunch. I mean, at least the Giants went to the playoffs, won a game, and then that was it. But they're not, if I had to pick, I feel like the Giants would have a better chance of getting him than the Jets. Like, the Jets are just a mess right now. They do need a quarterback, but how would you entice Joe Burrow to go from one losing franchise to another one right now?
Right, you're thinking he'd want to go to greener pastures.
A little bit, like somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't know, I don't know who needs a quarterback that actually has been in the playoffs the last few years or whatever. Like, who would be a good team that might be able to do it? Like the Falcons, right? Like, they're 7-9. Like, they have a good defense, good offensive pieces. I can see a team like that saying, you know what? Trade Penix to Cincinnati, get Joe Burrow. But their problem is Kirk Cousins is costing them a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and Kirk Cousins doesn't look so bad the last couple of weeks when he's been playing, right? So, I don't know. A team like that's like a little bit more established, or at least has won more games this year. I can't see him going to a 3-14 team and, changing that culture overnight. So I feel like he's going to want to try to go to a team that has a better chance of winning, I guess is my main point.
Gotcha.
But I slightly heard about it. I just ignored it.
Right.
Because I don't think the Jets do have the picks. So if you could convince him to come, great. Cincinnati will load up on picks. But, I don't know if I see him going anywhere after the last 2 years. He fought so hardly to get Jamar Chase paid and T. Higgins paid. You know what I mean? So now he leaves. They're stuck with these 2 wide receivers with no quarterback. What do the Bengals do, right? So, I mean, we'll see how it shakes out. I'm just not overly confident that the Jets or Giants will be able to get him. they might make a chance or a run at him, but I don't see him going over there. But you never know. But good catch. Anything else besides as far as sports? I didn't see much baseball news.
I did not.
The only thing I did see a couple days ago is that Scott Boras wants a lot of money and a lot of years for Cody Bellinger, and the Yankees are staying firm at 5 years and a lot of money. They don't want to go any farther than 5 years. There's not a lot of market for that Japanese pitcher, Imani. No concrete contracts yet. By January 2nd, someone has to give him a contract or he's going back to Japan. So you'll see something this week or you won't. And then he'll go back to Japan for another year. Other than that, just minor signings here now. I think the Yankees signed the MVP of the Mexican Baseball League. But he's been in and out of the minors for years now, so not excited about that. The Knicks are doing good. They're on a 3-game win streak after they lost to the Timberwolves, so good for them. It just seems like they're almost on autopilot.
I did see they had a big win on Christmas.
They did.
Yeah, they were down big early and then late, and they found a way to come back.
Yeah, it's called 3-pointers. They hit a lot of 3-pointers in that game to come back and then win on Christmas Day, which good for them because that's a nice little win in your pocket. And since then, they won 3 in a row, which is great. I think they play tonight, so we'll see what's going on with them. But I'm just checking in on them, every once in a while just to see what's going on. But it almost, like I said, it's almost like they're on autopilot. They're going to win a bunch, lose a game, win a bunch, lose a game. We're going to have to wait till June or May or June when the playoffs start to see what they're really going to do. Mm-hmm. And we'll go from there. As long as they stay healthy, they should have a good season. So let's hope they stay healthy.
Right.
So last week,
yes,
we were talking. I don't know if we were talking on the show or not, but you told me to watch this movie called Whiplash because I like J.K. Simmons.
Yes, it was the one he won Best Supporting, I think, for it.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Impressive, because he was. To be fair, I didn't know what kind of movie I was walking into. I watched it last night. I thought it was going to be like a thriller or something like that or whatever, or some kind of action. Yeah. It was not.
No.
But to be fair, it was a fantastic movie.
Right.
I guess it had to do with like a band that goes to like these, what do you call them? Not championships, but like, not concerts either. They're like competitions.
Right.
There we go. And I guess he's won a bunch of times, and he just messes with his bandmates or his students or whatever you want to call them. And the guy Miles Teller's in there.
He expects a lot out of them,
right?
I guess you could say.
Yeah, and he just abuses them the entire movie, and then come to the end of the movie, he's not even doing it anymore, and he's like just like a guy playing the piano in like a band at a bar, and it was really good, dude. Yeah. I'm glad I watched it. I didn't know where it was going, and I'm like, what is going on with this movie? But it was really good. Like you could tell, like he was working these guys to the bone.
Yeah, I think I had the similar perspective when I watched it. Some years back. I said, what is this really about? Is this something that's really going to hold my interest? But it definitely did.
It did.
Two great performances by him and Teller. Teller's, he's always good.
Yeah, and I was shocked at what a good movie it was, and why I understand why I didn't know about it either, because it was one of those like under the radar movies.
Yeah.
Sure. At least for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you won Best Supporting Actor, and it obviously other people paid attention, but this was an older movie. It was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad you brought it to my attention. Great movie. Where do you want to go next? I got a bunch. So where do you want to go next? You want to start with Stranger Things?
Yeah, I guess we
Come on, let's do it. Go ahead.
The elephant in the room.
Go ahead. So
yeah.
we'll set it up.
Yeah.
So Christmas Day, they dropped the other 3 episodes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I watched them on Friday. I was off, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched them Friday. Yeah, it was good. Definitely had some, good parts. But there seems to be one part that a lot of people are saying, like, is this really necessary this late in the show? yeah, like I kind of feel like, it was like a lot of time to take up we're like at the end here, and you
Literally,
you think there would be more urgency
right before the last episode.
you think there would be more urgency, but I guess that's what they wanted to do with it. I also know that I guess a lot of fans are voicing their that concern that they weren't that happy. It's like I think it got like a low rating or something, that episode.
Yeah, it's the second lowest rating of all their episodes. I forget the one episode that was worse than it. It might have been the episode with 11 and her sister 8. That episode might have been worse than that. But the whole Will coming out thing, I felt like if you were gonna do it this season, it probably should have been at the beginning of the season. Because to me, like you said, social media is an uproar over this episode, and whether or not you agree with it or not, rightfully so, whatever. They, to your point, like you're 10, 20 minutes away from the series finale, not just season finale. If you had another season coming, whatever.
Right.
If you did it last season and before this season, whatever. But there's a lot of things that people aren't liking with these last 3 episodes. So like the first 4 episodes I thought were amazing. Mm-hmm. A lot of action, a lot of like twists and turns, and not so much even really twists, just they're taking you all over the place, right? Like there's a lot of groups doing this. Like one group is in the upside down, another group's up top, another group is over here doing this and whatever. These 3 episodes to me lack that like twist and excitement and even action. A lot has to do with Holly Wheeler. That's another puzzle for me.
I was going to say, she did get a lot of screen time, it feels like.
Yeah. And for what? Like, all of a sudden now, it's like the kids you grew up with the last 10 years in this show, now they're taking a back seat to Holly Wheeler for what? And, like, obviously it's the writing, but, like, did you really have to write it like that? Like, that should have been like a one and done episode. To be fair, my heart did drop a beat when she was like falling from what they call Dimension X, or they call it the Abyss in the show, to the Upside Down. And I'm like, how is this part gonna end? And then they showed it, and it's only been a few days, so I don't want to ruin it for everyone. But like, my heart like skipped a beat a little bit on that. Mm-hmm. But like, to me, it's all revolving her for what? Like, what's the end game? So they got me hooked on this show. Now in a couple days, I think it's literally tomorrow, which I don't know about you. I'm not watching it tomorrow on New Year's. Like, I'm not one of those that is going to...
What time does it come out?
I think you know what time it comes out. Come on, buddy. And they have it in the movie theaters. And listen, the episode is long. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes. It's literally a movie. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot that happens in that episode. And they already said it online, like, not everyone's going to be happy with it, which is already disappointing me, because I know I'm going to be one of those people that's not happy with it.
Right.
I hope I'm wrong, but, like, get the 4 kids or the 6 kids back involved. Like, you just saw Max come back. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's almost like it's brushed away because Holly's still floating around out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a little disappointing. Like, these kids have been in it since day one, and it's almost like they're in the back seat now. And it should be all about them. Like, all the other characters, like even Will, not Will, who's the other kid? His sister that's with the damn, I can't think of their names right now.
I know who you're talking about.
But the guy and the girl that are dating that were in the Upside Down.
Right.
Like, that was cool. They broke up, whatever, it's fine. I don't care. I get some of that has to be in there. Like, those are side characters. The guy with the beard is a side character. Even Hopper's a side character. Winona Ryder's a side character. It's all about the 4 boys and 11. And even Max is a side character. I mean, she's been around the whole time, but it all started with those 4 dudes and 11. That's what the end of this season should be about. Yeah, it should be about those 5 people and then the others just, you know, a little here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Some are more important than others, like Hopper. He's been going through it, like, you know what I mean? Even, like I said, the guy and the girl that are dating, even Steve, I think, he's a big influence now. Like, they were supposed to kill him off in season 1, but he's been so good, they kept him along for the ride. So it's great. Those are side characters. Make it about the 4 kids and 11 and go from there.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, it should be interesting to see how they wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to watch it on Thursday. Let's just put it that way. I'm not watching it tomorrow at 8 o'clock, that's for sure. I saw 2 of these movies that Devang asked me to watch. He said they were good. Yeah. He said they were good.
Devang's picks.
Yeah, these are Devang's picks. Okay. And to be fair,
I didn't know he's a big movie guy.
He's been watching a lot of movies recently, so he gave me these picks. One is The Most Dangerous Game, and
name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a couple years ago it came out. It's with Liam Hemsworth and the guy from Inglourious Basterds. I forget his name.
Which guy from Inglourious Basterds?
The guy that's the Nazi guy. Is it Chris Waltz or something like that?
Yeah.
Christopher Waltz?
Yeah, Christoph Waltz.
There you go. Thank you. He's in there. So the premise of this movie is very simple. It's almost like the Running Man, a different aspect of Running Man. This guy who's
By the way, I think they remade that.
They did. I saw that too.
Go on.
I saw that a couple weeks ago. I didn't even want to talk about it because it's so trash. But anyway, it's kind of on that kind of premise where like this guy Liam Hemsworth is sick. He's got to provide for his family. This guy offers him a deal. He's got to survive 24 hours. And every hour he survives, he banks a certain amount of money for his family. And he goes, there's these 5 hunters hunting him throughout the city in Detroit. He can't go out of the city limits. If he does, like basically the game never ends and they could kill him at any point. You know what I mean? But if he stays in the city limits of Detroit, he's got 24 hours to survive. If he survives, he gets a boatload of money, like millions and millions. I think it wound up being like $35 million.
Did you ever see the movie? I think it's called Surviving the Game.
Yes.
With Ice-T.
Yes.
That's what this is reminding me.
It's literally the same premise because I saw that movie.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a remake, but it's not because they didn't call it the same.
Right.
They just tweaked a couple things and made their own movie. But it was very entertaining. They were both really good in it. And it's not overly long. It's like an hour and 45 minutes. So,
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good. The second movie I saw, which was another one of his picks, was called Relay. This just came out, I think, last year. Mm-hmm. I think it's on Netflix. Yes, as a matter of fact, it's 100% on Netflix. You'll know people in there. There's famous people in there. I can't tell you their names right now. The main character basically is, remember that show, not We Own the Night, but it was like it was an HBO Max TV show, like a miniseries, 8 episodes about a guy going to prison or going to jail.
The Night Of?
The Night Of, thank you. That guy is in this movie. And
he's in a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, and basically, he's like a fixer. So people come to him when they get into trouble, mm-hmm. and people are like not hunting them, but they want whatever the people have, the other people want it.
Right.
You reach out to him, and it's through a relay service. So you don't even reach out to him. It's not like you could just call him. You call this relay service, or the relay service calls you, and he talks to you through it.
I think his name is Riz Ahmed.
You might be right. That sounds about right. But this movie was good too. Another short movie, hour and 40-something minutes. Very good. Good twist at the end.
Okay. And it's on Netflix, you said?
This is on Netflix, so you can, if you have Netflix, you can check it out. I think it's top 10 in movies right now, as a matter of fact, too.
So Devane was 2 for 2.
He was 2 for 2. Not bad movies. These are like thriller movies, like a little bit of action. Got to pay attention a little bit, but you get the gist of the story, and then you just watch, and then that's it. What else you got? You got anything else for me?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I finished Robin Hood. The season finale was Sunday, so it was a good show. Enjoyed that. What else?
So speaking of which, I started Robin Hood.
Oh, good. You like it?
I watched the first episode and a half so far.
Okay.
Love it.
Good.
Love it. Great job, by the way.
I watched, what else? Stranger Things, obviously. I watched the new Dave Chappelle special. I enjoyed
Uncensored or something like that. What's it called?
it. It could be.
Yeah.
I forget the name, but yeah, I like that. That was good.
It's a stand-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he for me he's always on point.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Well, you learned from Eddie Murphy.
yeah, funny stuff. What else? Did I watch anything else? I started The Agency.
Oh, está bien.
I'm like, I think 3 episodes in.
And what do you think?
It's good. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, good. I'm
It's,
glad.
you know,
I thought it was right up your alley.
Fassbender's good. There's a lot.
Fassbender. I
There's
love that man.
There's a lot going on, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely enjoying
You
it.
have to pay attention. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's not one of those things where like, okay, I'm doing,
Phone's gotta be away.
yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, or
Yeah.
I'm putting a Lego set together. No, you gotta watch. You gotta pay attention to that show. Good.
So I think that was it for the holiday weekend.
I'm halfway through Mayor of Kingstown.
Okay. How
There,
are you liking the new season?
it's good. A lot of action, which is good. I feel like they got one more season left, and that's about it. Because now they're dealing with like the cartel, so now things are getting a little outlandish. So like, you know, I want to see how this ends. Like I said, I'm halfway through this. By next week, I'll be done with it, and I'll be able to give you a better take on the whole season.
Right.
But as of right now, I'm halfway through, and it's good. It's keeping me entertained. You know, it's one of those things you can just watch and just take it for what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff happens. Jeremy Renner is great in it. You got that girl from The Sopranos, Tony Soprano's wife's in it.
Okay.
She's-
Edie Falco.
Yeah, Edie Falco, thank you. She's in this season. She's pretty good as of right now. You don't see her a ton because it's mostly Jeremy Renner running around, but all around, as of right now, it's good. So, and last but not least, I finally started Chief of War. Now, to be fair, this is not something you could do while you're working out or whatever, or you're messing around with like your social media, or I mean, you could barely even eat something. You have to watch this show because the first couple episodes, and I'm like almost 2/3 away, and there's only 9 episodes, and I think I'm on episode 5 or 6,
Okay.
maybe. I can't remember. I think it's 5, but they're speaking Hawaiian, like, and everything is subtitled. And you know me, it's subtitles,
Oh,
like,
man.
you know, whatever.
Yeah, not your favorite.
Not my favorite, but I've been watching it while I'm home. When I wake up early, I just throw on an episode, maybe or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have lunch while I'm watching it, but you can't. The minute you go to your phone, like if someone calls you or you're sending a text,
Yeah, lost.
you'll lose everything. So you have to stop it, answer, and then go back. So I've been watching it earlier in the day so that no one bothers me. And it's really good.
Nice.
It's really good. Jason Momoa wrote this with somebody else. I can't remember the name right now, but it's a true story about like the tribes of all the different islands in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. So it's like historical.
Yeah, and it's something that I guess is personal to him.
Yeah.
Because the guy he's playing, he's actually his ancestor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he has lineage to this character.
That's cool.
So I didn't know that until I watched like a few episodes in. They had like at the end, you know how they have sometimes like they talk about the episode or whatever.
Yeah. And it's a little more meaning.
Yeah, I caught it and I'm like, oh wow, because the episode was like an hour long and I'm like, oh, this is weird. And then the episode ended in 49 minutes and I'm like, what's this other 10 or 11 minutes? So I fast forwarded it and they were talking about him and he's like, Jason Momoa actually is like part of this guy's lineage that he plays. And it's cool. There's a good amount of action. I'm at the part right now where they're starting to speak a little English, so not everything is in Hawaiian or whatever language they're speaking. I don't know if it's Samoan or whatever.
Okay.
So it goes back and forth now. So if you get past the first 2 or 3 episodes, they start to break in a little English. I don't want to ruin it for you why that happens,
Right.
but I would advise you after you're done with the agency to get on the Chief of War if you
Okay.
can.
All right.
And everyone else out there, it's really good. And it's a miniseries. It's 9 episodes, one and done. And you could file it away and never have to worry about it again.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, that's all I got. And we actually watched quite a good amount of stuff this week.
Considering
Consider the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Let's close this baby out, buddy.
One selection as usual this week. We are going with your old Droog with Yad Serling. That's the pick for this week.
Awesome. So we are a day away from New Year's. Christmas came and gone. I feel like this year is come and gone.
Yeah, it's flying.
By the time, flying, it flew, it's done. Tomorrow we're done. We're going to be in 2026. So, guys, enjoy New Year's. We hope you had a great Christmas, and we'll see you in 2026.
Yes, have a happy and healthy. Be safe. Take care.
Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Take care.